This program is intended for immature audiences.
This is a journey into the Northern Union Vape Show.
When we die, no need to cry, just revel in the times gone by. Oh, when we die, we go up so high, so free. Oh, when I die, oh, maybe I will realize how fast time flies. Oh, when I die, oh, maybe I will see. I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll run a class to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight. 'Cause that'll be the life. I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll run a class to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight. 'Cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life.
All by myself, I wanna be all by myself anymore. Good evening, bitches. It's Sunday night and I'm on my jacks. I'm here on my own. This is me. So you've got me for, you might not get me for an hour and a half, you might only get me for an hour, because I'll soon lose stuff to talk about. But yeah, just me. At the moment, Steve is sat in the dark like a little hobbit, because his power's been cut off, and Josh has been zoomed off for an important pizza meeting. So yeah, so you've got me on my own. So it's going to probably struggle tonight, to be honest with you, because I don't really do these things on my jacks. Not on a Sunday night on N.U.V.S, that's for sure, when a load of people come in. So what I'll do first, it'll be really short, is say what I'm vaping on. And it is vaping on that. Same again, nearly finished it with 200 fucking ml bottle. Nearly finished that. That is in the Oxford Velocity. And I'm also on the Solo with some RY Horing. So yes. So I hope it's coming all through and clear. I'll pop chat up so I can see everybody. So yeah, so there you go. That's me on my own. On my own. Get rid of all these because everything pops up. So I hope you are all well out there. I hope you have had a good week so far. I hope you're looking forward to next week. It's been bloody cold. Bloody cold. That rain is awful. I hate rain. Hate rain. So what we'll do is we'll see who's in chat. I'll flick it back up. I'm going to have a little shout out in chat. Oh, hey, I'm not on my own. Bill's here. Hey up, Bill.
What's going on? I figured I'd stop in today since you were on your own, since I'm not going to make it Wednesday because I'll be up. Graham's on the way.
What, Graham's coming over?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
We were in Zoom over in Mick's room and we were watching and we saw you on by yourself, so we thought we'd come on.
Yeah, come on, yeah, no problem. So I can get you up now. No, yeah, like I say, I was going to message you, but I didn't know if you're out of town. I nearly messaged Mick and then I thought, well, he is out of town.
So it'll be Wednesday, but I'm not today.
All right, that's all right then. That's all right. So yeah,
which is good because it'll give me my juice 2 weeks because it's going to take 2 weeks to steep.
Oh, Graham's there as well. And I was going to message Graham, and Graham said,
"Sorry for you."
Cheers, mate. Cheers. I'd have done it on my own. I'm fine. I'd have done it on my own. Like, do you know what I mean?
But we can leave if you want us to.
No. Honestly, you can stop. You can stop. Now you're in.
I'm not doing shinies and I'm not doing bargains. All right.
I saw that. I've got them. I've not got shinies, but I have got bargains. So yeah. So seeing as I've done my little buffet, I will go around and see what Bill is vaping on. What are you vaping on, my friend?
Oh, you already did your buffet?
Yeah. I did my buffet.
I am on the Peacemaker, on the double barrel V4. Which is Mick's Nemesis RTA with Graham's Revenge as my juice. That's that caramel cakey thing, which has turned out really good now that it's steeped. I am on the Gur with the Arbiter, and Van Van Cuss and that. And I am on the Evil Dildo with the Arbiter with my vanilla something in that. And I also have my other arbiter. Yeah.
Yes, you can tell he likes arbiters.
Yes, I do. And I will throw it over to Graham. Have you been yet?
Well, I can't work out what I've been vaping on. I'm on the barrage with the Ultra Nagaya, and I've misplaced it. Ah, there you go. I won't say it, but I can put it up. I'm vaping on. Come on,
Here.
focus.
Tiramisu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but see
I
how I
have
put
to
it?
put spaces
Tira,
in.
ma,
I can learn how to say the word. What? I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
Sympathy
You're
just
on your
sort of
back,
works.
you're back.
There you go.
After you punched it, you're back.
Tiramisu.
There you go. Hey, he's got it. So there we go. So what we'll do is we'll run quickly down chat. I will say there's Pete, Live Liquid, welcome. Kev Wexham, Louis Scarp Fishing, welcome. Vapor Queen Becky, Free Rider Vapor, Mr. Intense. What else we got, Mr. Intense? Barry Jones, welcome. Free Rider, Barry Jones, Net Reality. The Vaping Snowman wasn't the first today. Joshua Vaping Joker. What else we got? Dion78, welcome. Lynn Smith, welcome. Hey up, me duck. I hate that duck. Proper call, John. You alright, mate? Craig D, welcome. And I think that's about it. Exactly, that's what you call good friends. Yeah. Sympathy guests. That's definitely what they are, yeah.
We're only watching the golf.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not say only watching golf. We were watching golf, so you best appreciate this. I gave up a golf tournament that's my favorite one to watch all year to come on this show, Benny. I expect
Thank you very much.
extra pay.
Welcome. Yeah, I'll make it up to you on Wednesday. Oh no, you're not here, so I won't. It's all
Yeah,
right,
I
you're
won't be.
fine.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
they're playing in Phoenix, basically. And this is the one that where it's like no golf tournament. It's the rowdy time. Yeah.
It's like watching a football match.
Yeah. It's like, I'll put it to you like this. Your all's football matches over there aren't any worse than the 16th hole at this place. There was a guy had a hole in one. All right. He had a hole in one yesterday on it. And it's like there's 20-some thousand people. They got stands all the way around this par 3 golf hole. And he made a hole in one. And every one of them are like, one guy's drinking his beer. He's got about a half of it down, and then he throws it, and they're all throwing their beer cans out onto the green, out onto the thing, and covering everybody out there with beer. I mean, everybody's soaked in the stands and down there. They had to shut the hole down for 15 minutes just to get it cleaned up so they could just finish playing the hole.
Is that down south?
It's in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And
there might be some hillbillies down south, like.
and another guy did it today, and they had the same shit happen again. And then not long after that, a guy chipped in from the back of the green, and they had to do it again because they all threw him again. This is like a bunch of college students. There's like 20-some thousand of them around the hole. And they go to Arizona State University. They get there at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, lined up to get there. And then you don't have seats. So as soon as they open the gates, they run to the 16th hole to get in there. And then they start drinking at like 7 or 8 in the morning. And the last group doesn't come through for another hour or two. So by the time that's happened, they've been drinking for like 10 hours in this damn thing. It is a mess. It is fun.
And they have rock concerts afterwards as well. They have about 4 or 5 rock bands on.
Yeah. So it's, like I said, but it's the only one they allow them to do it. Everybody thinks, real quiet, hush, hush, you got to whatever. Oh, hell, some of the guys try to get them cranked up. And if they miss the green, they boo them. I mean, it's like, boo, Yeah, Super Bowl's on tonight, but this is my Super Bowl. I like that. I love watching that tournament because it's fun as hell. Yeah.
It sounds it, doesn't it, to be honest with you? It does sound... Isaac Howard, you all right, mate? So,
it's a big party, It's all
it sounds like it. It sounds like it's... makes it a bit more interesting on golf.
Yeah.
And then we're going, yay.
Yeah. It's not your normal clap, 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 clap. They go back to that. This is the only week of the year that the PGA really says, okay, we're not going to go out. Yeah. We'll just let them go. And they do. And boy, do they have fun. Yeah.
Simon Tamlin, you all right, mate? So CJ says it'll be about 20 minutes, something like that. So we will have CJ.
If CJ comes, I'm leaving. Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you very much for both of you for jumping on. Much appreciated. It is much appreciated. Like I say, Steve's still stuck in the dark. He's had a
Well,
power
you're
cut.
our Valentine, Benny, so we couldn't.
I know, yeah, it is. It's Valentine's Eve. So, yeah, that's why the little fat man's got his, Cupid's got his bow on the front of it. So that's why I put that on. Do you think that Valentine's, what we're going to ask the rest of them, Valentine's Day, is it just to make money? Is that all it is? Does it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how far it goes back. I've never really looked into it.
Well, it's
I don't
steak and
know.
blowjob days the day after, isn't it?
Steak and blowjobs are nearly it's something like every Wednesday a month or something, isn't it?
That's generous.
Every month, every Wednesday of every month is, last month is steak and BJ. Do you know what I mean?
I thought Valentine's was BJ if you got the right stuff.
Yeah. What do you think, Chad? Do you think it's just a money-making thing? I suppose it keeps everybody
I
happy.
think it is. I think what they had was they had Christmas, and then you had like a month and a half or so, but you didn't have anything good until Easter.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got this gap and we got to put something. And I think they just Valentine's Day'd it in the middle or something.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
it's
Maybe not, but seems like it.
The Christmas and New Year shot by the 14th, you're actually testing positive for pregnancies.
Yeah.
That's started.
Probably so. I tell you what, funny, we're in Aldi today and walks down, and they have your Easter bunnies and things like that, don't they? Well, they come out with Christmas reindeers, Christmas bunnies, and then so when it comes to Easter, they've now got Valentine's bunnies, Valentine's unicorns. Yeah. And then I'm thinking, well, what do? Just change the wrapper each year. It's the same thing. Just change the wrapper every time someone comes around. So if it comes up to Christmas, they put it back as a reindeer, but it still looks like a unicorn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you ever notice, though, whenever they do the discounts, Craig D, it's usually like VD 13.
Yeah.
VD, that's venereal disease. That's not...
Yeah, there is good meal deals in supermarkets. I think Tesco's were doing... like £15 for a 3-course meal. Marks and Spencer's do the same thing.
Roses will cost you more, though. That's
flowers
the
are phenomenal price.
Honestly, if you wait till the day after Valentine's, it's a whole lot cheaper to get them.
Yeah.
I just usually get them that day after and then put them in the closet until next year at Valentine's and take them out and say, here, these dried up pieces of little crackly shit used to be roses last year when I bought them, but I got them cheap.
Yeah. Do you do Valentine's? So is it same over in America, Valentine's Day? Is it same everywhere, 14th of February?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 14th. But like I said, we have never really, because our anniversary is the 6th, so we would do like something for our anniversary. Valentine's Day, we just kind of, everybody else was out, so we just ignored it pretty much.
It says, when I was with the ex-wife, we didn't do Valentine's. What's 14th of February got to do with me? I cooked every day anyway. It was the only way to avoid salmonella.
Or food poisoning, or maybe, intentional food poisoning.
Yeah. So I just wondered if it's a money-making thing. While we're on, do go check out our sponsors. It is Hip Hop Juice. Go over there. You can use Benny 10 or you can use N.U.V.S. and gets 12% off. So go have a look over on there. Also, you can also check out Cloud Cartel UK. Link will be coming up in there. If you use Benny 10, you will get 10% off of coils. So go check out the coils. And also, if you go look over at Amatorium, you can also use Benny 10 on Amatorium and get 10% off Amatorium as well. So while he's on, there you go. Great decent. I'll buy a mod I'll buy here a mod with the discount in hope of a quick reach around. Yeah.
Her, I think he was meaning to say, I'll buy her a mod with.
All right. I did put her later on, not here. So yeah. So do go check them out. I will bring some up. You might see that up in the top corner there is Company MG. Company MG is part of the group of Hip Hop Group. It's Mizara Group. They are doing our clothing line, and I will show you while we're just talking. I will bring it up. The new clothing line for Benny 10. Or Benny. Ooh. So you won't be able to see this because I did it for a share. I would have given you it to share, but no one was on. I'm on my own. So I'll just show you this.
Oh, I'll see it because I've got the show up over here.
Have you? Right.
Yeah.
So
I
there you
won't
go.
see it for 20 seconds.
So can you get that? So there you go. That is. It's going to have. I might change that. If that's the hoodies. Ignore the price because the prices are going to change. You can use Benny 10 or N.U.V.S for 12% off of these. But that's what it looks like on the front. It's got Replay Ranger down the side. It's got Benny's logo there. And on the back, you have Replay Ranger. Plenty of colours. So that is there. So that's the T-shirts. Same again. Benny there.
Hashtag Replay Ranger.
Hashtag Replay Ranger. That's what it's got on the back. I might change that to the front. I don't know what people think to put it there instead of on the back.
No.
But you have to let me know what you think of them. So that is going to be the new merch site for Benny. There will be one for N.U.V.S. We haven't done one for E-Liquid Mixing Show yet. We might talk about that. But yeah, there you go.
Kept
So we're
it
back.
simple.
Yeah, kept it plain, simple.
Yeah.
Didn't want anything. What is it in there? Didn't want everything.
But the thing about that is, though, Benny, that's for the Replay Rangers. You got all these people in live chat. What are they with?
Live chat Rangers.
Yeah.
So I don't know what everybody thinks. Do go over, have a look. Like I say, you can use. I don't know about prices yet. We've got to talk about them, but they've only just come. That's just come up. He just sent it through. So do go over and have a look. It's http://companymg.com. And Benny, something or other. I might drop link in there. Or drop it on the bottom of the show that you might be able to type it in because I don't think I can do links. I don't know. But yeah, don't know what people think. I don't know whether you want hashtag Replay Ranger on the front. I don't know. What do you think? Replay on the back or the front?
Hashtag Benny can't taste cream.
Would you know? Yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm looking at doing Benny's tech service on the front of it with a pigeon. That's my idea for the Benny tech service and a pigeon on it. So that's going to be another one. But yeah, it's up to you. Go over and have a look. Benny, for the back one, have I tried doing the Replay Ranger over the right shoulder blade? Okay, it's copying Superdry, but it might look good. Yeah, I'm going to have a play around with it. This is what I'm saying. Just let us know what you think, what your ideas are, and I will have a look at it and have a word with Hip Hop. It was just I just want it plain and simple. I didn't want, because you were like, oh, do you want this? And I'm like, no, just plain and simple. Benny Vapes on the tit. And then hashtag Replay Ranger on the back. But then when I saw him, I thought, oh, I might do hashtag Replay Ranger.
So if you want Benny Vape on your tit.
If you want me on my tit for your life.
Yeah. If you want, you could get like the ones like they used to have with a little hand that says "I'm with stupid," and it could say "I'm with Replay Ranger," and then point that way, and then the other person could say "I'm Replay Ranger," and then you could have two of them.
Yeah. Greg D, yeah, I could put Fireman's Hat on there. Only problem with Fireman's Hat is, like, say, Fireman's Hat's a bit copyright. That's why I stopped using it. Because,
it might be a little rough.
Yeah. So I dropped that.
Can you get like?
You
can't get this on there.
On it, yeah, at the front like that. So I don't know. It's just a few ideas, but I just wanted them plain and simple. I didn't want all load of bollocks on it. I just think it looks, but I think people will wear them more if it's just plain and simple. Do you know what I mean? Rather than a full-on pictures and all this lot. But N.U.V.S is going to have N.U.V.S there, and then on the back it'll say Northern Union Vape Show. Do you know what I mean? So that's
when you started this show. Did you start singing all by myself, or were you?
I did. Yes, all by myself. Yeah.
That's what got me. That's why I said I think we should pop in.
Yeah. Well, I was sat there thinking, geez, I'm not going to get an hour out myself.
I thought maybe you'd break into Gilbert O'Sullivan, Alone Again Naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was young and that I needed anyone.
And a little while from now.
Yeah. So like, so yeah. So that's what I was just showing off. If you wanna go over and buy them, you can buy them. We'll see how it goes. But you can use discount code Benny 10 for 10% on a MV, 12% off at N.U.V.S. You get 12% off. So go have a look, see what you think. So, how have you two been? Have you been all right? Had a good week since I saw you on Wednesday.
I have been waiting in a queue for a game for the
All
last
right, what are you after now?
2 days. It's a game called Lost Ark,
All right.
and launch the game, and you're 13,000 in the queue.
All right. Mr. CJ.
6 hours.
6
CJ.
hours you've been waiting.
CJ.
I'm out of here.
Griffland, you all right, mate? Yeah. You all right, my friend?
Hello.
So when
Oh.
CJ's on, it makes me look even older. That's the reason I don't like to
Yeah.
be on shows with CJ. You know.
Yeah.
How you doing, Bill? How you doing, Graham?
Hello.
Bit of a rush round, mate, to get you in.
Oh, yeah. I've got terrible hat hair. I do apologise. It's been pissing it down with rain as well, so I had to get changed quick. But no, I'm all right. I'm here. Made it.
Yeah, yes, thank you very much for joining us. That's it.
I went out and dropped $500 and some on a new driver for golf yesterday.
You dropped how much?
549.
For a stick.
On a stick with a fucking ball of a club on the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one, too.
Just
The
one.
driver.
I don't want the full fucking clubs for that. Full set for that price. Is it going to make your golf any better?
Chicks dig it, so I'll probably.
Is that like, just over your shoulder like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not actually going to take it out of course and get it dirty, you know. I'm just going to walk around the mall with it and shit, you know.
So what'll be when you get it, when you got your clubs outside here and old mates around and that, you can go, pull it out and go, polish it up.
Yeah.
I put it back in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I went up and hit quite a few different ones yesterday. I was, looking to get one where I treated myself where I hit a couple of times on slots here lately.
Oh, right, you're saying, yeah.
So, I had told myself that, hey, I just won basically a little over $3,000. So I said, what the hell? If I want a new driver right now, I've got it. So I'm going out and getting me a new driver.
Fair enough. I thought when you said you got a new driver, you were going to have a new driver as in you've got a golf cart somewhere to drive the fucker for you.
Nope.
So, Josh, what are you vaping on, my friend?
Well, I'm just going to top up on water.
Hello, mate.
What I was
Glorious.
vaping on at work. So I got my focus, not rainbow. So I've got the IPv 200 with the Arbiter sitting on top.
Arbiter. We haven't seen that.
With some Arctic by 13 Squid. It's Dispergo. So that's it.
How do you find that? You've got just the straight glass on your Arbiter, though, don't you?
Yeah. The bubble glass. Bubble glass broke.
I've got 3 Arbiters, so I've got 3 bubble glasses and a couple more straights, 3 straights if you need one.
Got 3 of them.
Yeah, I've got 2 that I'm vaping on right now. One that I just got yesterday, or no, when was it? Thursday. Yeah, I got this. I love it. I love that tank. I think it's the best tank going, made.
Batman, you're welcome.
Hello.
That man, what's going on, bud?
Free rider vapors asking for free pizza.
Hey, Up My Duck says, Bill, does the driver take you shopping too?
It does all kinds of stuff for me.
What about opening the door for your daughter for second best?
It will do that. It drives me. It's called a driver because I just get in my vehicle and it drives me to the course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say, though. I've got a new driver. I thought, hey, hope he has come in. I know he's been out to casino a few times, won a bit, but do you know what I mean? JP say, I noticed a difference when spending the money on fishing rods.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, what are you going to do? You're either going to put it back into the machines and just lose it back to the casino, or you're going to go get yourself something that you want. So may as well go get yourself something you want.
Well, that hasn't cost you a lot, has it? It hasn't cost you any. You haven't, because you won the money, so it hasn't really cost you
Right.
anything.
I mean, well, technically, if you want to look at it that way, yeah. But once I won the money,
Cap.
that money's mine. So it did still cost me that,
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's
That's
not
like
money.
people will say when they're there, they're like, well, I was down there. I took 100 with me and I was up to 300. So I was on house money. So I just went and started. I'm like, no, once you won that money, it's not house money anymore. They don't have it. You've got it. If you walk out, it's in your pocket, it's your money. You're thinking it's house money. That's the wrong way to think.
Kieran,
That's when you just give it back.
Yeah. If you haven't watched Flat Cap's free shit video, go have a look at it. It's funny as fuck.
I was in the kitchen before, and I was walking around humming. Paragraph dice, and I was like, I hate him. I really, really hate him. It's been stuck in my head for 2 days.
Are you singing his version or the regular version?
I've just been humming it all over the place.
So you don't know whether or not you're humming. Whose version are you humming? Are you giving Flat Cap a hummer? Or no, wait.
Flat Cap, you're getting a hummer there, mate.
That's got to be nice. Well, maybe not. Look at Graham.
Yeah, good job with that video, Fat Cap. I was crying. It was so funny.
I hope you're well, Kieran. ABC's in. I hope you are well, my friend.
I was disappointed because I thought he was going to give away free shit at the end of it.
That's what I thought you were leading up to that. I thought you were leading up to saying, and don't forget, like and subscribe, and you can get some free shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Advocate for liberty. Good evening.
Liberty, you all right?
Yeah, but see, the thing on my end, it doesn't really help if he gives away free shit because it's like free shit, but not for you people in the States.
It's only because it costs that much to send it anywhere.
So it's like we got good news and bad news. The good news is we're giving away, and the bad news is you're not eligible.
Yeah, you can have.
But it's like the Super Bowl's on tonight, and I would like to see the halftime show because there's quite a few people on the halftime show that I like.
Halftime show is going to suck.
The halftime show. That's what I meant. I would like to watch it, but it's on at like half 11 at night. I'm like,
who is it? Dr. Dre, Coolio,
Snoop Dogg. It's like everybody that from the 1980s that can't sell anything now, they basically felt sorry for him and put him on the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
It's cost them needing some money. They get them cheap. They can't afford it.
They're all wanting a new driver and they can't afford it.
Exactly. But usually, Jordan, the adverts they have because there's are they dropping a new advert for Summit on there? Is it Black Adam?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't really watch it.
Yeah, I think they're dropping the new Black Adam video. A couple of other bits that they'll drop in between halftime. They usually do the marvelous shit, don't they? And films that come out Jordan Super Bowl, they'll drop it in just to tease you, and everybody goes thingy. Apathy Millie says halftime titties.
Janet Jackson. Yeah.
Was she with Justin Bieber when he ripped her top? Justin Timberlake, that was it. Yeah, Justin Timberlake ripped her top.
And that was another one where they were both washed up. But that's what they do every year in the Super Bowl. They get people that are totally freaking washed up and haven't been worth a crap in years. Not that they ever were worth a crap in a lot of cases, in most cases, and then put them on the Super Bowl, and it's like, oh, we're gonna have a good halftime. It's like, no, But like I said, I haven't watched the Super Bowl shit probably 25 years since I haven't watched the Super Bowl in forever.
I have no interest in I have no interest in American football.
No, I don't really either.
I watched some of the artists.
I watched Home Team last night. One about the Saints. It was supposed to be based on a true story. I don't know. They played it up. Was it a Saints coach that got the banned for a year? He got banned for a year for giving for hit on. If you hit someone hard and knocked them out, you got paid for it or something. And they won the Super League. They won the Super Bowl. And so what he said to all his players, we'll pay you extra if you knock fuck out of them. So they all went out and knocked fuck out of everybody and got through to the Super Bowl and won. And it's like, he's going on to his own team, his
Yeah.
kids' football team to play them. Like.
That was
They were
what
like,
Sean somebody, I think it
Sean
was.
Penny, is it Penny
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, Peyton, I believe it was.
Peyton, that's it. Peyton, that's it.
Yeah.
Is that true then? Did he actually get banned for a year then?
He got banned for a year, yeah.
Ah, right.
I mean,
Right.
I think he could still go in the box. He just couldn't come down on the sideline or something. It was like not one of those things where, so he was still sitting like upstairs in one of their suite rooms, still doing a lot of the shit, but he couldn't be down on the sidelines with the headphones on doing.
Right. So
it's some ridiculous shit. It's like, well, no, you're banned from being on the, he couldn't be on the field or whatever.
so he couldn't be on the sideline basically, but he could be upstairs radioing stuff down
so
to
he
his.
could still be calling down plays or doing whatever the hell else, so.
Right. I get you. I thought he'd been, because where the film made it out, he'd been banned for being in the place. Do you know what I mean? So it made it out like he'd gone for a year and appealed, and that was it. He couldn't come back, and he'd just gone. He had to sit out for a year. They didn't make it, so they didn't show that bit where he could still go back to the stadium and sit in gods. Edward Duck said he didn't expect a pierced nipple to be on show, just a breast.
And Graham, that's basically strawberry raw and super sweetened milk is a game changer.
Milk?
Yeah, what is he talking about there?
Yeah, all right. I have no idea what he's talking about. There must be something going on. Graham can't do strawberry anyway because he can't taste it.
No,
I can't in vodka. I hope me duck got it right.
He said strawberry raw and super sweetened milk is a game changer. I thought maybe he was, Graham was breastfeeding him or something. I didn't know what was going on there.
Hip-hop saying he's had 4 cupcakes and now he can't move, but cupcakes are only small, mate. They're only little things.
Yeah, it depends. You can get good sized cupcakes.
See, that's the difference. We call the cupcakes are only small little bun things.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're, about like that. I mean, they're not small.
I thought they were muffins.
Used to be cupcakes with that kind of glazed icing on top, and then some. Then at one time it's suddenly just
and
like
some cream filling in the middle.
Yeah,
you got cream filling in the middle, and then the cake, and then the icing on the top.
Butterfly cake,
swirly deal down it.
Butterfly buns.
Yeah, hot cross buns.
1 a penny, 2 a penny hot cross bun. They'll be out soon, won't they, hot cross bun? Because they come out Easter, don't they?
Yes.
What, hot cross buns come out at Easter?
Yeah. They're phenomenal over there. You can buy them everywhere in Easter.
We have like marshmallow rabbits and chocolate rabbits and shit come out at Easter. We don't have hot cross buns.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot cross buns at Easter with some chocolate. I'll go wrong.
So what we've got on, it tastes like Nesquik strawberry milk. Vodka is after the stream tonight. Yeah, Help Me Duck says, a good sized cupcake, isn't that a cake?
If it's big enough, it's a cake. Then you have sheet cakes and you have...
And a cake, are you a marzipan person?
Yes.
I don't really know what marzipan is.
It's the stuff that goes around outside of a cake that tastes shit.
Icing.
No, they have marzipan it's like...
Marzipan and then icing.
Icing on top. It's like Play-Doh.
I'm quite partial to a bit of marzipan.
Steve Flatcap said he had hot cross buns this morning. He didn't wait till Easter.
Yeah, but that was their last in bed. That's a point, Craig D. Can we still call them fairy cakes?
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Well, it could be offensive to fairies.
Well, yeah, but I don't really think fairies aren't real, right? Since they got the little wings and they fly around all over the place. I mean, if they're not real, they can't complain about it.
Flatcap saying the non-binary cakes now. That brings me on to a topic that I was going to talk about with the rest of the lads. Non-binary. Sloan sent me through a little thing of Lego is now doing non-binary Lego. So they're not going to come with a Mr. and a Mrs. They're just going to come with a person. So it's going to be non-binary, which I don't really get, because that's not to exclude
females and males and everything, and anybody in between that's a toaster or all like that. But they're doing non-binary Lego. Well, isn't Lego non-binary anyway?
Yeah, it's like Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, It's
Yeah. But they ain't a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head because they had to change that. Tim were on about that over there. They've had to change that, haven't they?
Yeah.
But I don't get it. You're still putting, like, if you get a Lego figure, take its hair off and put another hair on.
Yeah.
Pull its head off and put it on another body. It's not a Mr. anymore, is it? Do you know what I mean? I don't get where they're getting non-binary Lego.
No, I don't get it.
It's probably changed the uniform, so some of them will have a low cut top as a uniform for female. They just have a standard uniform, and then you just take the head off, put a new head on.
But still, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think they're doing away because it's like they do duplex and all that for kids and that lot. But I don't really get where they get non-binary Lego. So is it all going to be one colour? Is it all going to be like you can get grey or you can get red? But you can't get any other colour.
I get that joke. So it isn't ones and zeros. It's non-binary.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The old computer goes back in the 70s when I was in the Navy and we had the computers and you had the binary
code
lights coming across. You had to, link up, and then we had the ticker tape deal that you had to put on the deal and clamp it down, and then it would run up in and load in your, Graham gets it. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you don't, then there's something wrong.
Mowgli Vape says fairies wear boots. And Pete's saying, a fairy just died. Well done, Bill.
Well done, Bill.
Well, thanks.
Flatcap saying Lego make everything gender neutral characters, but the girl ones are still pink. Work that one out. But yeah, boys can wear pink. There's nothing wrong with wearing pink.
Anyone can wear pink. Yeah, I wear pink, especially on Breast Appreciation Month or whatever it is. I do.
Not wrong with breast appreciation.
That's like October, I think. I think October is breast. I think they call it breast awareness. I call it breast appreciation.
Yeah. Tim saying to change a potato head's gender, you literally just swap pants. You do. You just. It's not. I don't know. I don't get it myself.
It's you just start walking around singing L-O-L-A Lola.
Yeah. Exactly. Craig D saying, what about Mr. Men? Do you still have Mr. Men and Little Miss? Because but apparently they do have a non-binary Mr. Men character. But you didn't know that. Actually, that's a new character that came out. I think it came out last year. A non-binary character.
How about the band Mr. Mister?
No, you can't call him Mr. Mister.
Mr. Mister, the group.
I mean, I want to say so much here, but I don't want to offend anybody. I'm keeping quiet.
Have you noticed I'm keeping quiet?
Well, it's basically what it's gotten down to. It's gotten so ridiculous. It's just a joke. So, I mean, that's basically what it's come down to. It's far out.
My view on it is why change, like, say Doctor Who, one of my favorite shows of all time. To be PC, they changed the Doctor to a female, right?
Yeah,
because they want to.
Well, a woman can be a doctor,
but it didn't work. There's some things you just shouldn't change. You see what I mean? There's certain things you just leave alone.
You got to move with the times, Josh. You got to move with the times. You can't be stuck in the back old days. Do you know what I mean?
Like I said, it's gotten ridiculous enough that it's just funny now. I mean, at first it used to really piss you off because it was just ridiculous, but now it's gone so far and so ridiculous that it's just humorous is all it is.
Kieran's saying, "Can we stop the world? Can he get off?"
Well, that's exactly how I feel. I've got it. It's your world now. You have it. Don't care about any of it.
Yeah, I just keep out of it. To be honest,
I did a you do these courses online, and one of it were, that you had to do. You can't presume that you call them Mister or Miss, or the married. You have to ask them what they like to be called. And I'm like, call me up as long as you're not late for breakfast. To be fair. But I'm like, why would I say to someone, what do you prefer to be called? Do I call you by your first name? Can I just call you by your first name and then I don't get into trouble?
Well, yeah, that's it.
It is what it's kind of like. The problem that you have now is you used to have the problem before when you went to address somebody. Like if you had a lady there who was slightly stuck out in the front and you didn't know for sure whether she was pregnant or, it's a similar thing because, it was like you didn't want to say, hey, when did you do? Because it's like, sorry.
People ask me that all the time.
So it's always really been around in some way, shape, manner, or form, kind of.
Yeah. But it just gets a little bit silly, doesn't it? Do you know when they're changing, like, say, gender neutral Lego?
Yeah, you have to tiptoe through the tulips now a little more often.
It's because the words keep on changing so quickly. What was all right this year, but last year is not okay this year.
At the end of the day, you can offend anybody, though, can't you? That's literally, you can offend anybody. If anybody wants to see something or whatever, you can offend anybody in the world by what you say.
Especially with the internet now, you can literally offend anybody.
And I think that basically, more times than not, what you'll find is the group that is so-called offended. If you got 100 of them in the room and ask them, are you offended by this? Probably 90% of them or more would say, no, I'm not. But there's a select few who decide that they are. So therefore, it has to be the entire, and so what happens is it kind of gets people to the point to where they get upset with all of them. And like I said, 90% of them don't really give a damn,
But it ends up people forget what they're upset about.
Yeah. And so people are upset with them because they're a part of that group, and they're like, I don't really care what you call. I mean, I never had a problem with it before. I wasn't offended by it. But the thing is now, just a small percentage of the group is, so therefore it has to change for everyone. And it's not right.
Change is good, but I don't get why. Do you know what I mean? We are a progressive world. We have to move on. We have to get past where we were in the 60s and 70s. Do you know what I mean? And probably early 80s. We have to get over that and move on. And the world moves on, and it does. And everybody's included, whether you're black, white, yellow, pink, grey, whatever. Do you know what I mean? We're all one human being. Doesn't matter.
Right.
But it's just when they start changing things.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Earthlings.
It is. It's just like, what all they're saying. I just don't get when they start saying, we can't do this, we've got to do this to make it gender neutral. And I'm like, it doesn't make a difference. Just pick up a fucking Lego block and play with it. The kids, when they get older, are going to be so confused. It's going to be unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets to, in all seriousness, it gets down to, like, I'm worried about, sort of my daughter's future a bit, because I'm thinking, what the hell, what world is she going to grow up in? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting so ridiculous.
They're going to be firing baby gravy.
So Kieran saying, my flash is someone telling me I'm offended them. I tell them their face has offended me and walk away. JP says just call everybody assholes. And A Jack says he's proper PC. He just calls everybody duck. And I've got to say, right, I hate being called duck.
Well, that's like mate. You guys, everybody uses mate, except here we don't really use mate. People don't say, hey mate, or whatever else. Here, if someone's your mate, then they're like, you're married to them, or you're, that's your mate.
Yeah.
And so here, I don't have any guys that are my mate because I am, but anyhow, it's like, it's just a difference in culture. Sometimes it's a difference in whatever else.
Yes.
But it's like, it's all got to roll into one. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it really wasn't broke,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things that was broke that needed fixing,
Yeah,
which
so
is
you
true.
fix the ones that
So
are
you fix
broke,
the ones that
you
broke, but
go-
don't escalate up to
you
everything
don't
else that
go
needs fixing.
overboard.
No,
You know,
no, not at all, not at all. So yeah, so just a little bit of a rant there with Lego. He sent me off when he sent it through. He texted me and said, "Here, have a look at this, Benny." And I'm like, for fuck's sake, not another thing that's coming out that's saying they're going to be gender neutral. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's the world coming to? The other thing is that obviously, if we're going to be at war next week, back in the next week, we're all going to be at war. We won't go down there because we might get banned. Because it's heading that way in it with Ukraine. That looks like they're getting invaded at the end of the week. Which I don't know what happens then, because we get all his oil and shit from Russia, so we can't really say a great deal to
are
them.
there going to be commercials, or are they just going to go straight into war? Or it's just like,
Well,
okay, everybody stop for about 2 or 3 minutes. We got to sell some bread,
Yeah.
a couple of and underwear and some,
If you're
Viagra,
doing Nature Vapes, stocks and shares things, take your money out now. Take
Yeah,
your money
yeah.
out now. You started that at the wrong time.
Yeah. Wales gone fucking mad, isn't it? I don't know. We get along for. Thing is, every country's get along for so long, don't they? And then they just go, fuck it. We're bored now.
it's always, it's just the cycle.
Yeah, we're fed up of playing fucking best mates. Okay, let's do a bit of shit. So that's what's going on this week. But what I did want to talk about was obviously coming on to your children, that lot, CJ, and that. Do you think kids have lost out on things nowadays that we had? Because obviously there's different generations on here now. That I probably don't know what because obviously Bill's a lot older than he's knocking on every door.
I'm getting offended over here.
Bill's the elder.
the elder man in the corner. No, but it's changed. Obviously, it's changed. But I think that kids nowadays are covered in cotton wool that they don't, because you don't see them out as much playing outside as they used to. I used to go out and knock around, play football, tag, go up to the field, go missing for 3 or 4 hours, as long as you were back before lights are out. But you don't see that now. You don't see a lot of kids going out and doing all they're all on computers and shit like that.
I was talking to I think it was my mum or my dad, something like that, about this the other day, and I said, I think I grew up in sort of the in between part of it. So I was growing up in a time where I didn't have computers, and then I did. Maybe my family couldn't afford it because computers first started coming out in 1970, something like that, 1972.
The commercial one was about 1979. You could get a BBC Model B, couldn't you?
Yeah,
It was probably mid 80s before it was like to where the masses could actually afford to purchase and actually do, but you really couldn't do much with them even then.
I grew up in a time where I remember playing outside, and I remember going out and stuff, but I also remember sitting in and playing, Sega Mega Drive or PlayStation 1, whatever it was.
Yeah, or Nintendo.
So I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm thinking about my daughter here. I don't think she's missing out on. There is a part of it where I think parents are scared because of what they see on the internet and what they see on the news and stuff like that. You see a lot of like paedophiles and murderers and stuff like that.
But there's always been that. There's always been that. It just wasn't as publicised because the news is a lot better.
Yeah,
now,
exactly, exactly. So that's my point. So I think now it's more publicised. Parents are a lot more frightened to send their kids out to play.
Yeah, I can understand
they
that.
were back then.
I can understand that.
But if my daughter wants to go out and play, then I quite happily do it, unless there's a parent there supervising it or something. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I don't know how it was for you guys.
Well, when we were a kid, we had in our house we had encyclopedias, and that's where you got your knowledge from. Now kids can just go on the internet and learn about anything that you want to.
Yes.
I mean,
and now they can do it by voice. They just have to ask.
Yeah.
Have to search, and they're coming through. That's just the start of it. It's going to accelerate and accelerate and accelerate as we go along.
But you just think that it sort of takes away the bit of that if you like when we were at school, obviously being an old folk of the year, just sort of on the cusp of computers, that you had to go out and actually study and go read a book. Do you know what I mean? Now you don't have to do that because you can just go on Google and type it in, and you can read it all there, can't you? Do you know what I mean?
YouTube and learn about all your favourite dinosaurs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you didn't have to research, you didn't have to read a book. And I think the art of reading a book's gone as well. Not, because you're on a Kindle and things like that. Kids don't have, you don't see kids with books anymore.
No.
I think basically there's pluses and minuses, though. I mean, if you look at it from that aspect, is from a personally, I think probably from a physical standpoint, as far as the body is concerned, that as generations go along, they'll get softer because of the fact that they're not as active and as whatever else. But from a mental standpoint,
the more
you may find that they increase.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to,
balance itself. Yeah.
Balance out somewhat. And if you get enough from a mental aspect, then you can probably figure out how to make that work with the physical aspect. Whereas if you just have the physical, you really can't gain the mental from that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Mr. Insensate, youngsters have missed out on smoking in pubs, the joy of passing around a joint at the table.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. You can still pass around a joint at the table and smoke in the pub if you want to get
My dog saying not too bored about my lads going out. I know, like I did, because I know what shit I get up to. Kieran saying, I don't like my kids being out too much. Not I do not trust them, it's others around them. It's true, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kids these days will be sick all the time. This is another thing that has come up, that I go into a lot of schools, and you can say what you want. Sorry, CD, I cut you off a minute ago. Sorry, mate, when you were halfway through something. I go into a lot of schools and I do the kitchens, so I do the gas service on the kitchen. And the list on the wall of kids who have got allergies to stuff is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? I never, when I was a kid, I never knew anybody with a nut allergy.
Yeah. Well, I think what part of that comes down to is that's also, I think possibly part of it actually is it's more prevalent now, but part of the stuff that people have now or whatever else is they're just more aware of. And I think in a lot of cases, what happened before is when you were a small child and you had an allergy to something, then they didn't know it. And so you basically just kind of ate yourself through the allergy. You just kept going unless it killed you, and then now it's like if somebody gets a rash or a cough or whatever, they go to the doctor, they're like, well, we'll test them for allergies. And then they come back, well, they got these 97, because they always have a list, of a ton of allergies that people have. And I think that people were probably had problems digesting or doing stuff even before. They didn't know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with what Mr. Intense was saying back on chat. I'm trying to find it. There it is. So he was talking about it's the way you've been brought up, or so what era you were brought up in. So kids now, they don't know any different to what it was like back then. So they just think it's normal. But
he's just no.
But in like 30, 40 years' time, they'll be saying to their kids, "Oh God,
the same thing."
Back in my day, it's the same thing, isn't it?
But that was another thing I'm going to ask you, Josh. Is obviously you're 25, are you now? 25?
27.
27?
Yeah.
I'll be 27 again.
Any time now, Josh. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't got much longer.
Have you seen that thing? I watched a video the other day of where the dad gives them a dial-up phone and says to them, ring your grandmother or whatever on the dial-up phone, and they couldn't do the dial-up phone.
Yeah.
Have you used the dial-up phone? Obviously being 27, because I don't know with a dial on it. Well, yeah, it's a bit of a wrong person to ask, because you were in the middle of fucking an island, so they probably didn't have touch buttons till about fucking 2020.
I have used, no, exactly. So I have used them. My nan used to have one.
Right.
So she used to have an old-fashioned one we used to go around.
Yes.
So I used, and they were like payphones and stuff like that that still had those little things. So I have used them, yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering, it's because there's things that if you put in front of a kid now, they won't have a fucking clue, would they?
Right, but the thing is if you think about it, when you were a kid, Vinny, there were things they could put in front of you that they used in the 1920s and 1930s that you would have been like, I don't know how the hell you operate that thing, because they had made something that worked better.
Yes,
it's not. It's like if you think about, remember the old lawnmowers they had that didn't have a motor on them that you had to push, that had the blades that went around.
Yeah, but I've used them. Yeah, I used them.
Yeah,
I mean, ones, yeah.
But the thing is, if you took that to the point to where, it's like you're used to, you get on that cusp where you're around it when it's here and there. Like he's saying here with a dial-up phone, he's seen, but whatever. But it just goes along. But there's stuff when we were children that, our parents used. And if, they gave me something, I could find something in the barn when I was a kid. And I'm like, what is this? And it's like, oh, that does a whatever so-and-so, but you just don't know because it got outdated. It got replaced. There's better stuff that come along. That's just natural progression, I think.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah. Because like Kira's just said, dial-up phone calling 999 took ages.
Yeah, why put 9 at the very end?
Well, it's like clocks. If you ask some kids to tell you the time on a clock, if it's not digital, they got no clue. My daughter, I remember when they were younger, I said, what time is it? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, there's a clock right there in the kitchen. And she said, I can't tell time on those clocks. And I'm like, why not? She said, I missed that day in school. I'm like, they only gave you one day in school. Time. But that was true because it was going all digital, so they just didn't bother with it. Yes.
I remember watching a thing where there was a group of kids. I think it's called. Have you ever seen a YouTube channel called React? I think it's something React.
Yeah.
All right.
But they do they do these like throwback things as well. So I saw like a bunch of kids trying to those old computers where you used to turn them monitor on, used to turn the tower on.
Yeah.
And it was a dial-up internet as well.
And the floppy
dial-up, yeah.
Had to have a floppy disk to put in it to get it going. Yeah.
See, all of us on this screen would know how to dial up internet. But these kids didn't have a clue. They didn't have a clue at all.
Calzan says, I have more scars from Tonka toys as a kid. In today's age will be in social services. Yeah, because I got all scars from Tonka toys.
And Tim was talking about the high beam light switch on the floor. Yeah. Remember when you had your car's high beam light and you had the little switch that was on the floor that you had to push the thing down?
We never had that. No.
Yeah, it wasn't on up here. It wasn't in your hands and everything. You had a little button down on the floor, down just left of your clutch.
Right.
And you would, like, if you were driving down the road, you just tap your foot on it, it'd take it down to lows. And then once you got past the car, you tap your foot again, it'd take it back up to high beams.
Yeah. All right. No, we never had that over here. I never seen a car over here with that.
Never had that.
But it's like now you got cassette players that were in deals, 8-tracks that were in.
See, we never had 8-tracks.
And even CD players. Now you can't get a vehicle with a CD player.
I've never seen an 8-track in a car.
Well, yeah, but 8-tracks went out in the 70s. Cassettes came along, so you weren't really around to really see 8-tracks. 8-tracks. I was, in 73, I graduated. We were listening to, at that time, there were no cassettes. It was 8-tracks. If you were riding in your car, you had this, big boxy deal that you shoved in there and, played.
I mean, but on the flip side of it, though, I mean, I don't want to get to a stage. So my dad, he's 48. He doesn't have a fucking clue about technology or anything else like that. He just doesn't have a clue. I don't want to turn into that sort of person who can't even operate a single, like even.
Oh, you will. Wait till you get older. You'll be like, I ain't got time for that shit. Trust me, you don't want to now, and you're thinking to yourself now, no, I've got enough on the ball. I'll still be. You do somewhat, but by the same token, I can't be bothered with a lot of the shit, because after a while, you just get to the point to where you're like, how much do I need to know to get by? And to be able to, live my life and enjoy it and whatever else. What do I need to know? As opposed to, I'm not going out and trying to learn everything I can about all of this shit, because it's like, I'm not going to use it probably in the first damn place, you know.
Another thing is, with everything that's gone on with COVID and all that, do you think that money's going to be a thing of the past?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, but I don't know how long down the road that'll be. I don't know if I'll see that in my lifetime.
It's getting to that stage. I mean, like, I think it'll happen in my daughter's life.
Yeah, it is getting to that where you go into places now and you can't pay with money. They'll only take cards. Since COVID, they don't want to be handling money.
Right, but cards have been around. Credit cards have been around since the 70s. You know?
Yeah, but you don't do it same as what we do, Bill, over here, because you've only just got chip and pin, haven't you? Do you have chip? Because we have where you can just tap it.
Oh yeah, you can tap here. There's tap and pay and all kinds of, you know, and then, you know, they've got places where you just walk in and walk out, and then it just, you know, barcodes on theft. Everything you've got. No, everything, the barcodes.
No.
The barcodes that you got, it just reads them and goes. Or, you know, you can go to the grocery here right now and just carry a little gun around. You scan your shit, throw it in the bag, and pop on out. You don't even have to, you know, do anything. So yeah, all that stuff is coming along. Self-serve checkouts, you know, where you go and pay and ring it up yourself.
We have self-checkouts. We have self-checkouts.
They haven't been around that long, but
you got the new Amazon stores where you just go in, put everything in your bag, and then just walk out.
Walk out, right? That's what I'm saying.
I ain't seen them.
Yeah, the Amazon stores, you don't even have to pay. It automatically pays for you as you walk out the door.
All right.
It's all linked to your Amazon account.
When you start going to strip clubs and the strippers only take the card, that's when you know we're no longer. Yeah, I still got to take a wad of dollar bills with you. You know, if you walk up and just swipe your card down their ass cheeks, they will not be happy. Trust me, I've tried that and it doesn't.
The fucking thing's not working.
It's got to the stage now where I don't even carry a wallet around with me anymore. I use my phone.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, Apple Pay. Yeah,
all my cards are on there.
Yeah.
Just use my face and.
But if I look back, I remember, like, and there's stuff that you take for granted, like ATMs. Think about how long ATMs have been around, where you could just go to the bank, stick your card in, get your money out, and go back. Because it used to be that if you wanted money, cash, you had to actually literally get out of your car, go into the bank, write them a check, give them the check, they gave you the cash, and you went back out. You know, and now people don't realize when they pull up, stick their card in, get $50 out or whatever else, and drive off. That never existed. I mean, like I said, everything had to be done person to person. There wasn't anything. All of that develops and goes.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of banks now about. It's very hard to find a bank if you're looking for one. There's not that many.
There's a bank on every corner here.
Come live where I am, mate. The town centre's littered with them. Can't
Does it really? Fucking hell, we've got. You have to drive for miles to find a fucking bank around by me. You can find plenty of card machines.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few ATMs down here now where you can use contactless. Literally tap your card and you're in your account. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can also, I mean, you know, they got them set up now to where, you know, you don't have to take a check. Even if somebody writes you a check, you don't have to take it in. You just pop it in your ATM. It puts it in your account. You go on. You don't have to, you don't have to mess with tellers at all. But all of that stuff, I don't think it's making this generation any less than the one before, the one before, the one before. It's just different, you know, and it's advanced, it's grown, but that's a totally different animal than, all right, and we're also trying to gender neutral everything. We're trying to do this, we're trying to do that, we're trying to do everything else. I think, you know, those are two separate things. It's like, you know, that everything is changing, but it's going to. It's just how technology works. It's how we work. We're always trying to advance things, make them simpler or whatever else. But, you know, it doesn't make it worse. It might make it better. We don't really know, and we won't know until it gets farther down the line. And then it's like everybody's like, oh man, you know, everybody's gotten much worse since we stopped, you know, physical exercise as much or whatever else.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's going to get that way, innit? Do you know what I mean? You're going to get to a point where someone's got to say enough is enough, innit, really? And say this is getting ridiculous. We're going to have to.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it
not going to
already
happen.
is,
That's not
but-
going to happen anytime soon. We're in the
No.
middle of a technology, whatever you call
Boom.
it, revolution.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's what we're in at the moment then?
Well, we're definitely in one, yeah. Because
Yeah.
if you look 20 years ago, we never had any smartphones. It's only taken 20 years to get to the stage where we're paying with the smartphone, we're communicating with the smartphone, we're doing everything with the smartphone. And if you look back 30 years ago, it's Star Trek.
Yeah, true, yeah. But if you look
I
at
mean,
what
it's like electric cars as well. You know, like I mean, I know half of them don't really work. Well, they do work, but they give.
I
You a
tell
range
you
of
what,
up to
there is
50
more
miles.
electric. They've gone further than that because I've seen an Amazon van today, a big Mercedes van, proper van, and that were all electric.
Right. Well, you've got self-driving vehicles, that
Yeah.
just basically you just get in and they take off.
That's from.
I mean, I mean,
Well, you've got all kinds of companies doing it. Tesla's done it. Amazon's done. So Google's done self-driving vehicles. I mean, they've even got over here. They've got tractor trailers that are self-driving tractor trailers. That's scary. But
I mean, that is that. I mean, going back to what Graham was saying, I mean, like even like 10 years ago, that's something you were watching in Star Trek or Doctor Who or something.
Yeah, and thinking, oh, that would be really, really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But you've
Well,
got the kids now coming through, taking that for granted.
Yeah. That's from Total Recall, isn't it? Where he gets in and that. Hi, I'm Johnny. And
yeah, right.
it's a fucking robot driving your car. So, right. So what we'll do is, I did pick up. Someone asked me last week for a bargain. I can't remember who it was to say look for a stacked mech for them. So I'll bring up the first bargain. I did find 2 bargains of the week. So I will share the first one. So if you go over to Dripax, we talked about this, like the E-Leaf iStick Pico 2. You can get it in for $25.99. That is it there. The Pico 2, and that you can get in rose gold and matte gunmetal if you fancy a smaller regulated mod. That is the one there, $25.99. And this is the updated version of the Pico. So is that one. So I'll go over to Dripax, have a look at that one. Also, we have got this one, which is the Empress mod, an RDA set by Endless Modcore. It does come with, as far as I can read, it comes with the Endless RDA, and it's also a stacked. So it's a 2700. So I don't know if it'll take 21700. It may not. You might have to just put 18650s in. So it'll take an 18650 or 2700, or you can stack it. So you do get a stacked section with it. There you go. That's what it looks like.
Cloud Chucker was saying that was him for Stat Mech.
There you go then, Cloud Chucker. There's one for you. It is a British company. And that's what you can get. And you can get it in brass, black chrome, neochrome, and silver plated. So there you go. And it is a reasonable price of $44.99.
And that
So there you
comes
go.
with the RDA.
Comes with the RDA. As far as I can read, it comes with the RDA.
Is the RDA, is that the only RDA that'll fit on it? Or
No. As far as I know, it can take anything.
All right.
So yeah, I've took it off now, but it comes with instead 2 battery sleeves and 2 extenders to allow you to run single 18650 or 2700, or the stacked 18650 or stacked 2700. Comes with the Hourglass 2 RDA, can be added to the kit. It says 25. I don't know. So I don't know if it comes with an RDA or not. I couldn't tell you that.
It said RDA at the top.
It did, but when you read it, it says you can add an RDA to it, but it shows an RDA.
Well, that would mean I think it's not proprietary, that you can put a different RDA to it. But I think it comes with that one. Maybe not. It may just be that it doesn't. Yeah, it's maximum overdrive. I don't remember. I remember a show that was real old. This back 70s, 80s, and there was like a tractor trailer. It was a black truck that followed this damn car. It was like on a 2-lane road, and it cut over in front of it, and then it would come back, and it was just a real menacing looking
The
truck.
Jewel.
And
That was the Jewel. Maximum Overdrive was the Stephen King one.
yeah,
Was
and,
Maximum Overdrive that one that it came around and killed you?
No, the Maximum Overdrive is when all the kind of things like lawnmowers started killing people and all the anything mechanical
Right.
killing people.
I just remember
Yeah,
your car. What was that? What was that one with the car that drove itself?
Christine.
Is that
then
Christian?
you had Westworld. Remember Westworld?
Westworld. Yes, I do
Yeah.
remember Westworld. I remember
Yeah,
the original one.
Remember the robots went a little.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
We'll talk about the bargains. You got the UK vape clearance.
Oh yes. We did do one last week, just while Graham's ringing. A company I'd never ever used before, which was the UK vape clearance. Never used them. I ordered the OBS, not the OBS. I ordered the Geek Vape Aegis Max and the that Obelix tank, and they both came. Brand spanking new seals. So if you've never used them before, I would go over and have a look, because they had some billy bargains on there, some proper bargains. They came in about 3 days. Did I order them I ordered it Sunday, and it came Wednesday, didn't it? Because Graham, you messaged me and I said, yeah. They came Wednesday. So
And
3
then
days.
I put an order for coils in.
Yeah, so 3 days these came. So if you do think that you want about then, it's not really legit. Yeah, I got it. That was £6. £6.99. That were 23 quid. So yes, they did come. So if you did think about going there last week and have a look at some bargains, but I would go over there. Some right bargains on there. Coils were cheap as well, weren't they, Graham?
Yeah, what was it? $3.49 for the coils for the Creme Hill tank.
Yep.
Out of 3, so I just put 6 in my cart and ordered them. So I've got loads.
Just had a message from our lovely co-host Steve. Said power has just come back on.
Bless him. He's been away that all day, hasn't he?
Like literally a few minutes ago. Yeah.
So yeah, do go over and check out our sponsors as well. Go over and check out Hip Hop Juice and see what bargains he's got on. Use code Benny10 or use N.U.V.S. Gets 12% off. Do go over and look at that. Also, like I say, go over and check out Cloud Cartel UK. The link's coming up in there. And go check out his coils and use Benny10 to get 10% off his coils. It'd be fantastic if you start using these codes that I keep giving you. And also, well, we've got Graham on Amatorium. You can go home and get Country Fudge, which is doing a little bit of a rounds at the moment. Go check out Country Fudge. And get 10% off if you do fancy a bit of fudge in your life, because Graham is a fudge packer.
Yeah, I'll pack your fudge for you.
It was called Duel, is what that was called. It was from the late 90s, the way I guess it looked. You know,
I'll do.
I thought there was one on before that, but yeah, but there was an actual driver in that truck. It wasn't like there was.
And it was
Night
all
Rider.
because the car overtook the truck and he just got annoyed. And the whole film was just that.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it was like, you know, you were on the edge, because, I mean, it was like, if you were in that car, you'd have been going like, holy shit.
I tell you
Daytime
what.
Frank.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, people have gone back to work. The roads have got really, really bad since they've gone back into COVID's come back, and everybody said go back to work. People can't fucking drive since I've come back. Jesus, I couldn't drive before, but Jesus Christ.
Now you're just getting older, Benny, and you're pissed off about people driving. So.
Mate, I tell you what, right, there were lass in the car park, right? There's no cars about. There's one car, 2 away from her. There's nothing in front of her. It took her 20 goes to get out of the fucking car park. I stood there and I thought, what the fuck are you doing?
Speaking of that, as far as like the stuff we're talking about, if you think about back into the 60s and 70s and stuff, the road rage was not really even a thing. You know, you never heard about road rage so much, you know, but now it's like road rage is every time you get out on the road, somebody's pissed at somebody. Every time you're driving, you see somebody flipping somebody off or doing something or whatever else. You never saw that before. It's just, I think part of it is the roads are more congested, and and it's just got a lot of people out there that just feel like they're entitled to, I know how to drive, you don't. Get the hell out of the way.
The worst people on the road, and I truly believe this, is taxi drivers. Taxi drivers
Mick, that's right.
Own the fucking road.
That's right, Mick. Did you hear that? Right there.
SoundCloud Chucker, let me know what it's like. Just if you do order one, let me know. I thought that was a deal for 40.
Can we timestamp this, Benny? Where are we at? I want to make sure I let Mick see this particular part of the show right here.
I'm talking about the experiences that I've had. I've never left this
island. It's too late now, buddy.
It's not. It's bus drivers that annoy me. Bus drivers, because it says on the side of the thing, please let out. I don't have to let you out. I don't have to let you pull out of your bus stop when I'm going round. I can overtake you. If it's clear, I can go around. I don't have to let you out. And then you get them and they'll be indicating. I'm like, no, I'm going round you because I don't want to be sat behind you for another 10 miles while you stop at every fucking bus stop. And then you have to go like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't have to let you out, mate. There's no law that says I have to let you out. I only have to let ambulances and fire engines and police.
I know they think it's required by law, but it's not.
No, I only have to let fire engines, police, and ambulances through. CJ backpedaling. I said so, not all of them.
A little bit.
Mick's all right. Nicky Maynard, you all right, mate? Mick's a good driver. He's all right, is Mick?
I've seen him
might be an horrible driver, but I don't know. Sorry, Mick.
The thing is, it's like I have ridden, and I was in Korea. Probably the most scared I've ever been in a vehicle in my life was riding with a Korean taxi driver. But it was just, it was, you're in the back seat going, oh, whoa. Because they had a roundabout in the middle. I think it was in the middle of Seoul, and it was like 8 lanes deep. Right. So you've got 8 lanes going around a roundabout with roads coming in on all these sides. And this taxi driver that we're in, we're coming in, and all he didn't look left, he didn't look right, he didn't look nowhere. He just shot straight down to the inside lane, and you got cars coming at you this way. And then he turns, starts around the roundabout, gets about 3/4 of the way around it, shoots across all 7 lanes and pops back out on this side over here. And I'm like, why would you not get in the outside lane and go around? Why do you have to go all the way to the bottom, halfway, and then all the way back out?
Since we're talking about our road experience, I got a funny one. So I was on a bus. So I wasn't driving at this point. I was on a bus, and we were driving down this little country lane. There's only enough room for one car down there, never mind 2 buses. But 2 buses met. So my bus was coming this way, and then another bus was coming towards it, and they're literally that before they stopped, like so close. And then they just sat there looking, and then they just sat there looking at each other like, what now?
Yeah. One of you's got to move.
You back up.
You back up. We were there about 10 minutes.
Cloud Chuck and I've not got a Facebook group, mate. You can get me on Twitter. Just put us in next week if you get it and tell us if you got it or not. Advocate for Liberty saying, CJ, my Blue Yeti microphone is offended by your Black Yeti microphone. The name clearly states Blue Yeti.
It does, yeah, it does.
So
I got the wrong colour.
Yeah, it's quite offended because it's black and it should be blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. The world is mad. But yeah, have a look at them bargains if you want. Like I say, dropped it in for Shady Vape. I don't know if Endless Mods are not starting to do so, because they used to do quite a lot of mods. I've got the little Emmy, little 18650 one, and that will go in cheap. I got that for about 20 quid. But they've got a few on there now that the Dirty is not in stock anymore, the Cleaner's not in stock anymore. So I don't know if because Big Tom used to work for them. So I don't know if they've shut down or they're shutting down or what. I don't know. Or if they're moving away from not doing mechanicals. I missed out on they did an Endless Mod Squonker when I was looking on site, and they sold it off in sale for about £30, and it was made by Suicide Mods. And I'm like, that looked really, really nice, but they sold it off dirt cheap. They selling them, so I go have a look, go check them out. They've got the painted Empress one, that's an 18650 one. Got a couple left, a couple of things. All right, they are closing. Big Paul announced it a week ago. Right, I thought there might be. I did get that feeling that they were closing it down when I was looking on the site that they were shutting it down, which is a shame because they've been going quite a long time, a bit like Kennedy and that lot. So yeah, that is a shame because, like I say, they've been around for donkey's years. But like I say, looking at the site, Nicky Maynard's just bought the Doveport Revere, I can't even say it, Revere, non-DNA for £24. That's not bad little bargain, that.
Not bad at all.
The Riva.
Tim says I prefer the black Yeti, but I think it's that is why my blue Yeti took offence. Thinks I'm cheating on it. Right, so we are coming up to that time. We will go around and say our goodbyes. We will start with CJ.
Okay, sorry I was running a bit late.
It's all right, mate.
My work literally said to me, "Come in at 4. You can leave at 5." Right, okay then. Fucking 9 o'clock. Still ain't come, that fucking wankers. Anyway, thank you everyone in chat for coming in as always. Bill and Graham, thank you very much for popping in as stand-ins, I guess. Or helping a friend. I guess it turned into the UK e-liquid mixing show for a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
The beginning there. But yes, don't forget to check out myself, Ian, and Steve, because his power is back now, for the Laid Back Vape Show tomorrow night, where we are trying some juices. We are trying some new ones from Dispergo. So that'll be fun. So come and check us out there. And yeah, that's me. I'll pass it on to Graham because he's below me on my screen.
Okay, cheers everyone. And I'll pass it on to Phil because he's watching the golf and I want to catch him
All
up.
right. There is no late night vape show tonight. Yeah. Because Mick, we're trying to get driving lessons so he'd be able to drive a cab better. Because he heard that cab drivers are the worst drivers from somebody. I don't know who. Thanks a lot, chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening to the rambling and ranting and roaring and whatever else that we've been doing this past hour and a half or whatever. Thanks, Benny, for allowing us to come in and not closing the door. And I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody in chat, for playing along with it. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, CJ, for jumping in. I know you were late, but thank you very much for coming in. Thank you very much to Mick and Mick. Thank you very much. Mick's not here. Mick's on holiday. Thank you very much to Scott. I'm usually used to saying Mick and Bill. They come as a pair, don't they? Thank you very much for Bill, and thank you very much for Graham for helping me out. Much appreciated, mates. Absolutely fantastic. I'd have been here struggling on my own for an hour, but thank you very much for coming in. Much appreciated. Big love to you both. Don't forget to check out the Laid Back Vape Show tomorrow night with Steve and CJ and that other lad that's not about that much.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. That other lad. I don't know him.
Leon, I think Leon is his name.
Leon,
yeah. He's above the crowds. I know that. Yeah. Like if there's a bunch of people, he's always above them. He's above the crowds.
Yeah, go check out Ian as well over at there and see what they're doing tomorrow night. Also, check us out on Wednesday night with the UK e-liquid mixing show. Also on Monday night, I do the 510 radio at 11 o'clock on the Mixcloud. Do come over and check my show out on there. It'd be love to have you in chat for a little bit, listen to a little bit of music. So we'll see you again next Sunday. Thank you, boys, for jumping in. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much, chat, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye.
Ataz.